learning the first section of Für Elise by Beethoven. To purchase a copy of the music, follow the link in the description below. In this tutorial, I'll be going through each section first at full speed, then at half speed, and providing tips to help you learn the song. If you like, feel free to check out my full performance video of Für Elise. So here's the first section. I'm just going to play up to the end of the first ending, so I've drawn a line here. First at full speed, and then at half tempo. Here's that again, but slower. So a couple of things to notice right off. I like to start the very beginning with finger 5 on the E. And we alternate between the E and the D sharp a couple of times, then have this little pattern here. And then when we get to this bar, I'd like to outline all of this for you and just hold it down so you get a really clear picture of these notes. Sometimes when we play broken triads, we get stuck with thinking about one note at a time. And if we can see the full picture of all the notes, it helps a lot with figuring out what the pattern is. You're going to notice here I have an E, an A, E, A, C, E, A. So there's 3 A's, A, and A. And that's because this is an A minor triad. So if you know your triads, that's what you're outlining right here. It's pretty straightforward. One small thing with the fingering, you may have noticed I put finger 4 on this triad here so that I can go to finger 5 in the next bar. So here's that A minor triad one more time. The next bar, we've got the B, and then the left hand, we start out with an E octave, crossing to a G sharp, and notice again, E, and if I outline all of those, you're going to see that's an E triad. So let me just label these chords for you so you get an idea. A minor, E, and we've got that octave jump, and then again, back to A minor. So this triad here. Then the opening pattern one more time. Can you guess what this pattern is? A minor again, E major again, with a slightly different ending. Back to A minor. So figuring out those chord patterns actually makes this a whole lot easier to play. A minor, E, and A minor. Now I'll leave it up to you whether or not you want to do the repeat. We have a first ending here and a second ending. Here's the first ending and a repeat sign. So you can go back to the beginning and play all of that again, or you can skip ahead to the second ending and work through the next section. So now let's move into the second section. I'm just going to draw an arrow for where I'm going to start. It's on the second ending. And I'm going to end right here. So here's how this part goes. First at the full tempo and then slower. So now I'll do that at half tempo. There we go. So let's see what patterns that we notice in here. Going into this first bar, the left hand now outlines a C triad. So you see that C pattern. We had the A minor pattern before, and now we've got C. Like that. So I'm just going to write C in here. And then we jump ahead to a G octave. Like that, so octave G crossing over, which makes part of a G triad. So I'll write G here. And then moving into very familiar chord, exact same one we had at the beginning, which was the A minor. And now we get into that jumpy part, which may have looked a little bit confusing when I played it, but it's actually quite simple to play. So all of the notes in that jumpy pattern are actually E's. So, and they're all octave jumps. So we start with the left hand pattern. We have E, E, E. Then the right hand plays the octave E. And now here's where something interesting happens. In the bass clef, we have a treble clef instead. So our left hand plays the same notes that the right hand just played, and then the right hand goes up an octave. Let me do that whole pattern again for you very slowly. So we have left hand, 3 E's, right hand, E octave, left hand, E octave, right hand, E octave. Now, remember that when we go right here to the next couple of notes, the left hand is still in the treble clef. So the right hand and the left hand actually trade back and forth on the same 2 notes, the D sharp and the E. And there's that full middle section. So after that, in moving into the last section, so now we're jumping right here and playing till the ending. You may recognize this part. I'll play the full version first, and I think that might be all that's necessary because you'll see what happens. It's exactly the same as what we played in the first 2 lines. So once you've learned the first 2 lines, you've learned the last 2 lines of that section. It's up to you whether or not you want to do the repeats. You can do the first ending, repeat back to the beginning, play through the second ending, again repeat the middle section and then finish it off. That can make your performance a little bit longer if you're just focusing on learning this A section, and it'll be a beautiful performance. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please be sure to check out other videos on our channel, as well as my full performance video of Für Elise.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching Merriam's Online Academy. Check back here for more videos and don't forget to subscribe below.